In this video, I'm going to show you how to clean the condenser coils on this residential split system. I'm going to show you an almost free way if you haven't neglected your condenser unit and you don't have a lot of buildup. And then I'm going to show you a relatively cheap way if you have neglected your condenser, you have a lot of buildup, and you just need to get it clean now so that you can maintain it from here on out. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, so the method I'm going to show you is going to work well whether you have a regular condenser like this one where the coils are super easy to get to, if you have one with a more substantial cage that seems to have a lot of little holes around it. There's still enough holes where you can get in and flush everything out. If you have a mini split, this is going to work fine. Or if you have a self-contained unit like this one where everything is in one unit, it's still going to work because we're concentrating on the condenser coils in this video. Now normally I like to clean the condenser unit at least once a year, if not twice a year. However, the unit I'm going to show you today hasn't been cleaned in 3.5 years. One of the things I attribute to it lasting this long without looking that bad is whenever I cut the grass, I always point the lawnmower grass discharge away from the unit, especially if it's running. So if your unit isn't that bad, like the one I'm going to show you here, all you really need to clean it is a water hose and a nozzle. That's why I say almost free. You still got to pay for the water. Under no circumstances do you want to use a pressure washer. Those fins in there, that coil, are paper thin, and the pressure washer will just bend them in, and it's going to be a whole lot of sadness when you're done with it. It's going to block your airflow and ruin your coils. Don't do that. Now if you stay tuned, I'll show you the coil cleaner that I like to use if you have neglected your unit and you need a bit more help than a water hose can deliver. No, it's not bleach. Do not use bleach on this to clean it. Bleach is very corrosive, and that's the last thing you want to put on your coils. So when you start a project like this, I would go in the house and turn off the thermostat, then go out to your unit and pull out the disconnect or shut off the breaker. Just set the disconnect thing on top of the box, that way there's no question that the power's off. So in my opinion, there's no need to remove the top cover to get at your coils from the inside. Even if your unit has 2 rows of coils, this one has 1 as you can see here, there's no need to get to this from the inside to flush it back towards the outside. The fan wires are going to be short. When you tilt the cover up to try to get it out of the way, there's nothing to rest it against. The right way to do this is to remove the fan wires from where the wiring is inside where your circuit boards are. Pull the wires through, that way you can pull the whole top cover off and get it out of the way. I really don't recommend doing this. If you don't work on these things every day, you're just asking for trouble and risking damage. Now I like to adjust the hose to the smallest jet I can get, and then I'll back it off just a little bit. If you have a nozzle with a jet setting, just use that one. So I'll use the hose angled downward to spray from the top down, and just take your time and rinse everything down. You'll want to do this all the way around the unit. Now if you notice, there's some green goo that's built up on the cage right here, and a lot of it is coming off with the hose, but we're going to get the rest of that off here in just a minute. Here's a clip I took of the inside of the unit while I was rinsing. As you can see, there's plenty of pressure and the water goes right through the coils to the inside, so it's pushing all the dirt right out, is what I was talking about earlier. So just keep doing this on as many sides as you have available. Now if you do have a little bit of buildup, or if you feel that your hose isn't getting things clean enough, you can add a little bit of horsepower with this spray coil cleaner. There's different kinds of coil cleaners out there that all work just fine, but this is the one I like to use. It's called 𝐄𝐍𝐉𝐻𝐾. As with using any chemicals in general, make sure to wear your glasses and gloves. Also, if you're real concerned, you can wear a respirator mask, since there will be airborne particles as well. Now go ahead and spray this on, and don't be afraid to use it liberally. The spray will foam up when it hits the coils, and you just want to keep going until you've got it all done. I would treat each side of the unit as its own area, and I would do them one side at a time. So if you remember the clip from earlier, my cage had a lot of green stuff growing on it. I want to let that stuff sit in the coils anyway for about 5 minutes, so I'm going to use this time to brush and remove all that green stuff while it's wet with that cleaner. Same thing as before, just rinse it down real good and slow, and make sure you get it all. You can even go back when you're done and rinse it again. Just do each side until you get it all done. Now if you have a mini split or other type of unit, as long as you can get to the coils, you can use this same procedure to clean those coils as well. So I hope this video has been helpful. Thanks for watching.